Hello friends, Namaste, and this is RAMNEEK WIG from Bangkok City. Friends, today I'm in Bangkok for a workshop on the miracles of Pranayama and food therapy, and Bangkok is a really beautiful city to be in. So friends, let me tell you here about my story, and the title of the story is Win Over Cancer. Now friends, I myself suffered from cancer 3 times. The first time I got cancer, I was just 25 years old. This is way back in the year 1998. At that time, the doctors in Delhi, they told me the cure rate is 90%. This cancer was Hodgkin's lymphoma and stage 2B. So friends, I got my chemotherapy done way back in the year 1999 in India. After the chemotherapies, I again got my scans done, and according to the scans, I was cancer free. So that means the cancer was gone. The doctor was quite happy to tell me that, well, Mr. Wig, you're cancer free and now you can lead a normal life. So friends, after that, I again got back to my law practice, and about a few months were okay, but after that, in about the end of 1999, I could feel some swelling in my right region right here and underneath the armpit right here. So I went back to my oncologist here at New Delhi, and the doctor said that, well, it seems that we should go for again one more scan. So as we got the scan done, the scan's report were alarming. I was quite surprised to know that the cancer had come back, and this time it was quite aggressive. The doctor said that the cancer had spread right across the chest region and all the way till the abdomen, and this was very alarming. The doctors in Delhi, they did tell me that I should go for a bone marrow transplant either to the United States or England. Now, in that scenario, we planned to go to United States for a bone marrow transplant. Now, my aunt, she's a US citizen and she lives in Los Angeles, so she was doing all the homework for us. So friends, anyway, we reached Los Angeles to my aunt's place, and she had fixed up an appointment for me with UCI Medical Center, which is close to Orange County. I mean, it is in Orange County, it is close to Los Angeles. So friends, as we reached the center, the doctor saw all my reports there in the United States, and he told me that, Mr. Wig, you seem to be a fit case for transplant. After that, he did tell me my treatment plan. He elaborated the entire treatment plan to me. He said the transplant would involve an insertion of catheter just below the neck right here, and after that they would be taking out stem cells from me. That means stem cells are in the blood, so they would be taking about 12 packets of blood from me, and they would be having the stem cells. After that, they would be giving me 7 days and 7 nights of continuous chemotherapy. The 8th day would be the rest day, and the 9th day they would reinsert those processed stem cells back into me through the same catheter. So that was the procedure of the autologous stem cell transplant. So friends, we did exactly as told by the doctors in the US, and I got my transplant done in the United States in the year 2000. The transplant was followed by 25 sittings of radiotherapy. So I also got my radiotherapy done in the United States. Now all this procedure did happen in the year 2000. After this entire procedure, the doctor congratulated me saying that, Mr. Wig, now you're absolutely cured. We have done your transplant, we have done the radiotherapy, and now you're cancer free, because all the scans were done and they were absolutely normal. Now after this, I came down back to India with my parents, and I was really happy to get back to my profession, since I was a lawyer by profession at that time. So friends, coming back to Delhi, I again got back to my law. About 3 months were absolutely fine with me, but after that what happened is that about 3 years were fine with me. 2000, 2001, 2002, and about till 2003, everything was good with me. But by about the end of 2003, I could notice something very, very strange happening with me. Now what I noticed was that the region right here, just below my neck, where my collarbone region, I could feel this scar which was earlier there from where the initial node had been taken out. So there was a scar there because the node had been taken out way back in the year 1998 for biopsy. But now I could feel that the scar region over there seemed to be opening up a little bit, and some kind of pus was coming out from that region, because my friends used to tell me when I used to go to the court that, listen, hey Ramneek, some kind of pus seems to be coming out because your shirt is getting yellow. Anyhow, I got a little bit concerned, and my mom was very concerned. I bet all moms are, I know that. All moms in this world are very concerned for their children. So I went back to my doctor in Delhi, and as I did go back, the doctor said that it seems to be some kind of an infection. Because of that, the pus is coming out. So he gave me some antibiotics for that. But anyhow, the pus was not stopping. It was just coming out more and more as the days progressed. Finally, I had a lot of swelling in my right arm right here and just below my armpit right here. So I again went back to doctor and told him that a lot of pus seems to be coming out. The doctor thought that probably it seems to be tuberculosis. So he put me onto some anti-tubercular treatment. But since it was not tuberculosis, what happened is that the quantity of the pus kept on increasing, and that was very alarming for us. I could feel as if more and more pus is coming out. I couldn't even wear my shirt, and I couldn't even wear a t-shirt. I couldn't even wear a vest, and I had stopped going to the court because a lot of pus was coming out. And since it was not tuberculosis, the medicines were not working on me. What finally happened was that this collarbone right here just broke down. Now you can see it's a new collarbone right here. This entire collarbone right here, it broke down. You can see this new collarbone right here. Now what happened is this entire collarbone broke down, and from year to year, I mean just from here all the way just till beneath the arm right here until my armpit, a huge passage like tunnel came up. It became so bad that you could put in a pen from here and take it out from here. All big hollow like passage came up, big tunnel came up, and all across the back I got many tumors. The situation became so bad that I had to sleep on an airbag. All my people at my house were really very disturbed. They were very anxious. We didn't really know what was happening with me. Ultimately, the doctors in India, they gave up. They said, yes, we've gone wrong. It was not tuberculosis. It is cancer, which even came back after the transplant. Now, what happened is the doctors finally put like about a half a meter of cloth, and they put it from here and right here, and they just packed this whole thing up. And they did tell me that, well, you can go home, because the situation seems to be very bad. Now, I still remember one of the doctors here did tell me that, well, you just got maximum 1 month to go, and they even told my parents that you could click a snap of his, which would be helpful to perform the last spiritual rites once your son is gone. So that was very, very disturbing for my mother. She did not want to lose me at any cost. I'm the elder son, and she didn't want to lose me at any cost. I know all mothers are very concerned, all fathers, all mothers, they love their children. And I've seen my parents really crying buckets. I've seen them crying, I've seen them going through really tough times, and I know all parents really love their children. Mother, father, they're crazy for their children. So anyhow, now my situation became so bad that finally the doctor said that I just have maximum 1 month to go. Ultimately, we came down back to my home, and I told my father, Papa, I want to live. I do not want to die, my Papa. Save me. Father, save me. Dad, I want to live. And I'm sure with God's help, I'm going to make it. I'm not going to die like this. So my father, he's a very sweet person, and my mother also. They planned up another trip of mine to the United States. My father spoke to his sister in the US that, could you help us again? Now, we checked up at UCI Medical Center, where the transplant had been earlier done. The UCI Medical Center people said that they could not cure me in such a position because bone marrow transplant was the only way out. And in such a position what I am in right now, they could not go ahead for a transplant. So they said that, well, they will not be able to help me in such a scenario. So we checked up another center called as USC Medical Center in Los Angeles. Now, USC Medical Center said that, well, they could try some research treatment onto me, but that could not cure me. That could probably maximum give me a life of about 4 to 6 months. So the cure rate was practically negligible now. They said we could give some research treatment to your son, but that could maximum give him a life of about 4 to 6 months. But since we got some ray of hope that, okay, fine, I could probably live for 4 to 6 months, we grabbed onto that opportunity. And the next week, me, my mother and father, we took the next flight. The next week, we took the flight to United States for USC Medical Center. Now, as we reached the USC Medical Center, the doctor was very, very surprised to see my position. He said, you know, Mr. Wig, I've never seen such a position in my life. I can put my hand from here and take it out from here. You're all hollow right here. You have no collarbone. You have nodes all across your back region. And the doctors in India are quite right. You just have probably 1 month to go. That's all. And how come you're here, Mr. Wig? I said, doctor, since we got some ray of hope that yes, probably I could live for 4 to 6 months, my parents have made this sincere effort to save me. Now, could you do anything? The doctor said again that yes, I'll try to give you some research treatment, and that could probably give you a life of about 4 to 6 months. So that means you have practically no cure rate. It's just an extended lifespan for about 4 to 6 months. Are you okay with that? I said, yes, we are. That's the reason we are here, doctor. So I was admitted to USC Medical Center the same very night, and they started on with the chemotherapies. The protocol was like day 1, day 3, day 7. That's what the protocol was. So as the days progressed, after about 2 weeks, I could feel a little bit better. I could feel as if the pus which was coming out was reduced now. Now, not too much of pus was coming out now. And the nodes behind my back, they also seemed to be shrinking slowly. And I could sleep much better. After about a month, my diet also improved. I started eating much better, and I could feel that, yes, some energy is coming back. So things were good right now for us. And what happened is, as time progressed, we were there in the USC Medical Center for about 2 to 3 months. So in all, I was there in the US at USC Medical Center for about 3 months. After this period of 3 months, the doctor got my reports with him, and he says, you know, Mr. Wig, we have tried to knock down the cancer cells, but we are not sure until how long you can be cancer-free. Because according to the doctors, the cancer would definitely come back within the next 4 to 6 months. He was sure on that. He said the cure rate is practically negligible with you. But anyhow, my mom started crying in front of the doctor. She said, you spent a package, and now you say that the cure rate is just about practically negligible, and your son has just life for about 4 to 6 months. The doctor said, yes, I'm sure that your son would maximum live for about 4 to 6 months, not more than that. The doctors were sure that the cancer would come back within the next 4 to 6 months. So during this, though my mom started crying, but we had no other option, so we got down back to India in the year 2004, about March. Now, coming down back to India, I thought, well, now let me do something different, because the doctors haven't given me much time to live, so I thought to do something different now. Now, friends, let me share an interesting thing with you here, that when I used to practice law, I had done a course called Diploma in Yoga and Naturopathy from Delhi. Now, this was a 1-year course, and the classes were every day in the evening from 2 to 6. Now, this was just as a matter of hobby. Since my father had told me that pranayama and food therapy is a great science, you should be doing that. So just because my father had told me, that is the only reason I had done this particular course. But friends, I had never implemented this knowledge of pranayama and food therapy into my daily life. But now, since I didn't have much time left with me, I thought, why not try to implement this knowledge of pranayama and food therapy, what I do hold with myself. So friends, what I did is, I made a set of 15 pranayamas for myself and started practicing them regularly, morning and evening. About 1 hour in the morning and 1 hour in the evening. And along with that, I also started getting very cautious of my eating habits. I tried to take in a diet which was very high with antioxidants. I tried to cut down on all trans fats. I tried to cut down on all sugar. I tried to cut down on all processed foodstuffs. I tried to cut down on all saturated fats. I tried to cut down on milk, on yogurt, on all products made of milk. So friends, as time passed by, I could feel my position improving. I could feel, well, I'm doing much better. The nodes were there were no nodes in my body. I could feel as if my energy levels were going up and higher and higher. Soon time passed by, and about 6 months passed by, and I thought to myself, I could feel I'm doing great no matter what the doctor in the US was telling me. So anyway, I decided with my father to go back to the United States to the same doctor and show him, and clinically show him myself. The doctor was quite surprised to see me. The first thing he asked me is, "Mr. Wig, how have you been doing?" I said, "Yes, doc, I'm doing great." The doctor said that, "Have you been up to something?" I said, "Just pranayama and food therapy, that's all. And I haven't taken a single pill since I've left the US." The doctor first got my lung functioning test done, and he was surprised to see that when I had left the United States, my right lung was just working 20%, but right now my both lungs were working a good 100%. So the doctor was very surprised to see that. Next, he got my CD PET scan done also, and he saw that the cancer was not there. So he was quite surprised. He said, "Mr. Wig, have you been up to something?" I said, "Doctor, I'm just doing pranayama, and I'm very cautious of my eating habits, so I'm doing pranayama and food therapy." Doctor said, "Whatever you've been doing seems to be really working nicely onto you, so continue with that. And if you're still there, get back to me in 6 months." So I was very happy with my results, and I got back to India. Next 6 months, I was doing the same pranayamas, and I was abiding by the same food therapy. And I went back to the doctor again after 6 months, and doctor again got my scans done, and he was very surprised to see that the cancer was not back. So 1 year passed, and the cancer did not come back. After that, in the year 2005, then I made these 5 courses for people so that they could do these courses and get the advantage of pranayama and food therapy, what I have seen onto myself. And I also started writing my first book called Win Over Cancer. Friends, now I do conduct these 5 courses at my centers at New Delhi, and they're also conducted over the Skype internet. All these courses are personalized. That means they are personally conducted by me at my centers at New Delhi, at GK1 and GK2, and also over the Skype. I also have a residential center at GK1 New Delhi. So if you're interested in taking up these courses and you don't have a place to stay, so you can come and stay at my residential center at GK1. And if you're not living in Delhi, you can take all these courses over the Skype internet also. Friends, the following are the courses which are conducted by me. The first course is called a disease-specific course on pranayama and food therapy. Now, this course in all has 11 classes. There are 7 classes on pranayama and 4 on food therapy. The second course, what I conduct, is called a basic course on pranayama and food therapy, and this has 9 classes. The third is an advanced course on pranayama and food therapy. This again has 9 classes. The fourth is a basic course on meditation, which has 6 classes. And the fifth is a teacher's training course on pranayama, food therapy, and meditation, and this course has got 30 classes. Now friends, if you're interested in taking any of these courses, you can directly get in touch with me. My personal cell number is +91 99101 78140. And friends, my personal email is yogaenjoyment@gmail.com. I'll spell it out for you. It is yogaenjoyment@gmail.com. And my website is www.ramneekwig.com. I'll spell that out also for you. It is www.ramneekwig.com. And friends, let me tell you that I have written 14 books on various subjects, like pranayama, food therapy, positive thinking, and meditation, and a few on happiness also. The following are the books which have been written by me. There are 11 books in English, namely The Miracles of Pranayama, Happiness Lies in Your Attitude, Win Over Cancer, Pranayama to Beat Stress, Pranayama for Teenagers, Believe in Being a Winner, The Secrets of Good Health, The Secrets of Happiness, Be Happy Every Day, The Joy of Meditation, and The Healing Power of Fruits. The books in Hindi are Pranayama ke Chamatkar, Pranayam Dwara Tanav ko Maat, and Cancer ko Maat. So friends, all these books are also available at my website. You can order these books through my website. You can send us an email at yogaenjoyment@gmail.com, and the books will be speed posted or couriered to you Now friends, let me tell you one thing more, that I have over 500 videos on YouTube. So you can also check me out at YouTube. My YouTube channel address is youtube.com/yoga guru RAMNEEK WIG. And friends, let me tell you one more thing, that positive thinking plays a very important role in beating cancer. So I was always positive all through my treatment. So friends, remember to think positive, because positive thinking plays a very, very important role in beating cancer. Try to be enthusiastic towards your life. Never accept a defeat, and you can win over cancer. Now friends, remember, pranayama and food therapy is a complete science in itself, and it is helpful in the treatment of several ailments like cancer, diabetes, asthma, high blood pressure, blockages in arteries, bipolar disorders, skin disorders, thyroid disorders, depression, anxiety disorders, obesity, and several others. Pranayama and food therapy is a complete science in itself, and it has 4 pillars. Pranayama has 4 pillars, namely inhalation, internal retention, exhalation, and external retention. And there's a fixed ratio between these 4 pillars, which is 1:4:2:4. So it is very important to abide by these ratios if you want to get benefits from pranayama. Next important thing, friends, let me tell you that I see many people doing pranayamas, but they are not doing disease-specific pranayamas. Now let me tell you here that if 4 people come to me, one with cancer, one with asthma, one with diabetes, and one with high blood pressure, and if I tell each one of them 5 pranayamas to do, there might not be even one pranayama which is similar. So friends, it is very important to do disease-specific pranayamas. One more important thing, friends, let me tell you that I send daily health tips on WhatsApp. So friends, if you want to receive daily health tips from me on your WhatsApp number, what you can do is you can feed my cell number in your cell, and then you will receive daily health tips on your WhatsApp number. My cell number is +919910178140. Now let me tell you, it is very important for the receiver to have the sender's number in his or her phone directly in order to receive daily health tips, because these health tips are sent by me through broadcasting service of WhatsApp. So that is the reason the receiver should have the sender's number in his or her telephone directory, in his or her mobile. That means if you want to receive these daily health tips, you must have my cell number in your mobile directory. Only then you shall be able to receive these daily health tips. My cell number is +919910178140. And friends, let me tell you, if you want to get in touch with me, you're most welcome. My personal cell number is +919910178140. Namaste friends, thank you so much, and do have a great day ahead, and think positive. Namaste, and this is RAMNEEK WIG signing off from Bangkok City.